Good morning. This is Andra with Alive and Piecing this morning. And today we are going to make a set of matching zipper blocks. So we're going to start out with a strip, two strips of each of our fabrics, and they are cut at 2.5 inches wide. We are going to lay them out together. To cut them. And I just have chosen just 2 of my scrap strips. I'm making a scrappy zipper block quilt, so it doesn't matter even if they coordinate incredibly well. So I'm going to trim the end off at 0, trim those salvages off. Then I'm going to scoop my ruler down to 12.5 because my block will be 12.5 inches long unfinished. Okay, and I'm going to trim them. And then the piece that I have left over should be at least 16 inches long. And as you can see, mine are. So we're going to match that 16-inch strip with another one, the opposite fabric. And you can see we have 2 sets of those. And so we're going to go to the sewing machine and sew these together. Okay, we're back from the sewing machine, and you can see I've sewn them together, pressed towards the dark fabric, and now we're going to cut them into 2.5-inch squares or strips this way, so that we can make our 4 patches for the middle. I'm going to use my trusty strip cutter ruler, which is so old and abused that the 7.5 won't hardly even cut. There's 2.5, 5, 7.5. Let's see if we can do it. There we go. Oh, not sure it cut. And 10. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 patches. That's good enough for 1 block. And cut again at 2.5 and at 5. And there's 1, 2, 3 for the matching block. Back to the sewing machine to make those 4 patches. Before I make this last 4 patch, I wanted a chance to show you, if you're a beginning quilter, how to match those seams. Now our 4 patch is going to go together like this. So we are going to butt those seams up together. See, they're not touching, and as we keep sliding them, they are touching each other, and that will make a nice matching seam. Now, you can pin this to help you hold it. I just grasp it right there where those seams are matching and take it to the sewing machine and sew it out. All right, here we are back with our 4 patches, and I wanted to talk to you about pressing your 4 patches. Now, if you have all the time in the world and this makes you happy, you can swirl the seams, and it makes the block lay nice and flat, and it has these cute little seams in the middle, and it's easier to go over when you're quilting it with a machine. All right. Now, that takes a lot of time. It's lovely, but honestly, can you tell the difference between the ones where I just folded them to one side? That's just a personal decision. Choose what makes you happy and what helps you get your quilt done. Now we're going to take these 4 patches and we're going to sew them into strips of 3. And thankfully this set of fabrics doesn't have any directionality. We don't have to worry about any of that. Just sew them together and press them out. Okay, back with our strips of 4 patches. Made it into the zipper section of our block. Now we are going to take the 12.5-inch strips that we cut, and there will be 1 block. And here will be the coordinating block. All right, and then you will have some 12.5-inch strips to add to your 2.5-inch strip scrap box. Now I go ahead usually and sew these together and make some more 4 patches with them. I use 4 patches constantly as my leaders and enders. If you don't know what leaders and enders are, I'm gonna have to refer you to Bonnie Hunter's website because she's the one who coined the term. But I highly suggest you use them. And here we are with our finished zipper blocks, 2 very different looking blocks, but a matching set. These will go into the box with the rest of my scrappy zipper blocks until I have enough for a quilt. Again, I use these as my leaders and enders, and so I get these 4 patches pretty regularly to go ahead and get these zipper blocks put together. I hope you'll make some and see how fun they are, and notice that they are a rectangle block, not a square. The quilts I plan on making are actually 6 blocks by 6 blocks, and they come out a rectangle instead of square. All right, happy stitching. Here we are at my design wall with the zipper blocks up for you to take a peek at. As you can see, I have about 20 scrappy zipper blocks, and I'm noticing that a lot of them are pink. I need to stay away from pink. Get some other colors mixed in there as I make the rest of them. But there's an idea of what my zipper block scrappy quilt might look like. And I am also doing a Christmas version of the zipper quilt, and the reason I have them staggered like that is because I am making some red and pink blocks that will mix in there. I'm really loving the green. I love these light colors of green. Here, let's get a closer peek. Walk around my computer here and see my mess. I'm loving the light green and the birds, and getting beautiful, beautiful color combinations there. Not as crazy about the red with the pink, so we'll have to see what it looks like, because of course the theory was dark green, light green, and then dark red, light red to go with. So we'll see how I feel after I get a few more blocks up on the wall.